Hey people, welcome into this reading. All right, it's a little bit different, but different is good. Um, we are going to talk about what's today. All right, so don't mind me as I'm getting my bearings on what today's. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is basically fame, reputation. Actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. It's not. It's not that I'm lying. The reading that I'm doing. The reading that I'm doing is basically for 3 p.m. and on today, which is love, marriage, relationships, commitment. Um. Okay. All right. And don't mind if alarms are going off. Don't mind if I'm taking care of people over here. I'm doing kind of my readings more out loud a little bit, so it's going to be a little less privacy, but still in Zen quiet time. So, all right. So, what we're going to do here is we're just going to wake up the quads. I love you, girly. Okay. By the way, it's I'm taking care of a new dog today, so um, basically, and she's mine, so that's exciting. So yes, so that's who you're gonna hear me talk to as well, because little pup. We're all getting super acquainted with one another. All right, so I'm so grateful for where the heck. Also, gratitude is a big deal in terms of today. So I am. So this is a big deal of reading, and then so this is basically for the love, marriage, or relationships commitment, and then that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and on up until 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which is Friday, and all day it's my personal themed touch day. My personal touch theme day, whatever. I haven't thought that out. It just came out. Is future creativity in children. All right. So there's a nice wave. Um, Also, it could be dog children. You know what I'm saying? That's really kind of coming up. Interestingly enough, I am learning so much. I am literally, yeah, and all of her, I guess, inner sneezes are confirmation. Um, so the first card up for today is there is no time where I am. Time is on the earth. So here's what I'm sensing is that I think there's somebody older coming in, but I also think that there's a fear factor in because they're older, you might be scared to lose them. Okay. And so when it says there's no time, and just basically, also I feel like there's a fear of like you need to rush things because they're older, because like there's only so much time you're going to get with them. um I just sense that that's not, like, you don't have to worry about any of that, and it's normal to worry about that stuff, but also when you catch yourself being worried about stuff that you can't really control, which is all about the Scorpio season. It's releasing control. You then need to kind of do that for yourself so that you're. I'm sorry, I saw a piece of chocolate in front of me. I have to eat it for good luck. And rebelliousness, like healthy rebellion. And um, they want me to read the book, so give me 1 second. I'm excited. I literally turned to the page. I'm not even kidding. This is nuts. That's how you know that shit is supposed to come out. Wow. I fucking am so grateful for accuracy. Oh, that's what I was saying before too. Was today's an extra day of gratitude, which I think every Thursday. And I mean, how fucking accurate. Talking about accuracy is that Thursdays are normally my extra gratitude days, but like considering the fact that we're November and usually Thanksgiving, which is Gratitude Day, the biggest gratitude day of the year, lands always on a Thursday. Like, that's fucking nuts and how accurate that was set up, right? I didn't even realize that until now, which is so crazy. Oh my God, it's so funny. As I'm even saying that, the next card for tomorrow is "We're So Connected." Give me 1 second, because I'm listening for my Gma. I'm listening for the dog. Audrey. I might have to I might have to pause the video, run and put her away when Grandma comes out. But also, Spirit, please let Grandma just chill for a bit. Like in her room, because Grandma gets scared that there's like a dog running at her. Even though the dog is small, but you know. Okay. The Midway Heavyweight card is, I had to leave that way. Oh wait, hold on, I'm so sorry. I have to read the book. I know that's where I was. Okay. Hi. Hello. Okay. Sniffity doodah over here. Okay. Okay. I'm like taking down this chocolate, so give me 1 second. P.S. I love Hershey's chocolate. I fucking love it. That shit hits the center of gravity for me. I love it. Okay. Hello? Where are you? Okay. All right. So, okay, sit, please. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Okay, stay. Life is short. It's true. Actually, I don't even like to say life is short. Life is quality. Okay? Stop it, you crazy girl. Okay. All right, cut it out, you kind of girl. You kind girl. Okay. So, life is short. She says hi to you all. P.S. Don't do that. P.S. This little girl is super blessing you with her energy today. Yes. So, she is divine. You are a divine. Yes. A divine doggy. Yes. All right. Anyhow, I'm so happy. Like, you guys have no idea how happy I am to have her around. She's so sweet. Okay. Oh, also what I wanted to say here was, so basically, I am recording these for YouTube, but the upload is going to be a little bit slower than normal. So if you have to return back to, if you have to return back to like listening to these, just give me an extra few minutes to literally, what's it called? An extra few minutes to upload this, because of the fact that like it's gonna take me a little extra long, because it's not. My tablet had, no, I'm just gonna say passed out, but passed out. I don't know. I have to take a look at it. It's not charging for some reason. So I'm recording this off my phone, which is fine, because I've been meaning to do that ever since like the past 2 days. But I've yet to kind of do the change up until now, so I'm kind of being forced to change it up, which is not bad. It's not a bad force. It's just more so what I'm seeing is heavenly. So yeah, so it's heaven sent. It's heavenly. I'm so grateful that I can even fucking change it up. I just have to get myself set up in terms of how I set up the videos, description wise and stuff. But like, so yeah, so just give me a few minutes to upload this video, and then you can like literally listen to it from here on out. On YouTube, in the usual timing of sorts, in terms of what in terms of how I usually put it up. So we're just pivoting, really. So it says life is short, and what I like to say there is life is quality. It's not really short. It's just, and yet it kind of is true that it's short, because depending on how you look at it, but that's why it has to be filled with the whole thing has to be filled with quality, because in a sense it is a gift as well, right? So, and then the next is it's true, and it's even shorter from heavenly vantage point. That's probably the vantage point that we're looking at it from when we say that. So, where the entire human lifespan seems to pass more quickly than the blink of an eye. Actually, there's like a scientific breakdown of that, by the way. I just recently read it, but I can't like there's numbers to it, so I can't like repeat it back. But basically, yeah, it is a blink of an eye in terms of what our lifespan kind of takes on, or it may not so much seemingly mean like seemingly m- me look like that way to us, but it really is from the upside, which is the above looking down on us, right? So I am happy to be with you for the rest of your life because I love you and because time is in abundance here. Amen. Oh my god, the next one is we are so connected. Yo, the accuracy out of this fucking reading is nuts. And also, this card deck is the mediumship reading. So it's the mediumship it's it's Talking to Heaven by James Van Prague. So it's the mediumship cards. Love it. It says we don't measure time as you do because time is a figment of the physical world, of which is also a figment of our imaginations. So isn't that, because that's what obviously wanted to come out, but figment of the physical world, and it's just wild because what you imagine becomes your reality, which is the physical world if you were to just hold on to your quote unquote dreams, of which are coming from your imagination, right? So it's just kind of wild. So it ends up being that way. On Earth, it is used to compare. On Earth, it is used to compare. On Earth, it is used to compare past, present, and future. This is time we're talking about. And also, I'm going to say imagination in the physical world. Okay. Where I am now, only the present exists for all eternity. Excuse me. Where I am now, only the present exists for all eternity. Wow. And that's what I wanted to say here is that's been coming up a lot. So there is a love, okay, so strong coming in. And it's so interesting because I, even with dogs, right? Like, so it could be dogs, it could be children, it could be love first, obviously, and then children. And maybe it's not so obvious because obviously things are done a little differently these days, like whatever, the swap can happen. But it's really hella weird because one of the things I'm super grateful for is having a dog keeps you in such the present moment, which is so beautiful. And like it slows you the fuck down, especially if you have like a puppy and you're just having to kind of really be in each moment with them and uh, and just kind of like observe what they're doing, you know? Leave it, leave it. Hey, come back. Audrey? Oh, she did not. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go grab. But she's smart because actually what she took is pretty fitting for her mouth. So hold on 1 second. You like this, but it's not a toy. Okay, thank you. Don't show her. So, what was I gonna say? No, thank you. And so, all right, coming back to what I was trying to say. Okay, so, no, thank you. Listen to me the first time around. A Capricorn bitch, don't play around, bitch. I don't repeat myself. many times, just once. I'm very intentional. Anyhow, so hey, yo, she gonna try me like a little child? No, no, thank you. And then she's gonna try to want love from me after she like sorry, but can you still pet me? No, we're not doing that. Um, so even though I'm super grateful for it, like I said, but what I was saying is, yeah, like children and even like I'm gonna say so. Why I brought up the whole dog thing is because it's not just dogs; it's the love of a dog that really gets you in the moment, and it's pretty wild. It's like I mean, you're talking about like there was oh my god it's just super wild. That's all I have to say. So there's something here about being in the moment, present moment, and this is why you have to be in the present moment at all times, because the fact that life is quality, and by you being in the present moment at all times, in terms of being in a practice of being in the present moment, you literally are living your life to the best degree possible. So what you don't realize is like you basically are living out your lifetime with just being in the present moment, not really thinking about anything else, um, and just kind of taking life as it comes, right? Which basically gets you out of the whole worrisomeness of, the long term everything, like, or the short term everything, there's a lot of, and I don't know why it is, but there's a lot of, or maybe it's because we're talking about grief here. So because also we're in November, that's autumn, that's endings. Yeah. So I was going to say there's a lot of like grief. So there's a lot of endings. There's a lot of like dead type of energy coming through. Which is, we started in October, November, December gets a little frozen, right? And that's kind of like maybe a pause in time. But what is happening here is more so is just literally, oh hey, it's and thanks for joining. So yeah, what's happening here is just literally just us kind of, there's also a progress, like a progressing progress going on, if that makes any sense. Or no, sorry, a progressive process. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So there is a process that is progressing. So that is, I think, part of the progress that is part of the process that is progressing, that we kind of just need to keep in the moment of, is that, it's just being in the present moment, honestly, going back to that, because that is super how you're going to stay in love with life, how you're going to also emotionalize with life, become one with life in terms of like, walking yourself home, and like also learning from life. Like there's going to be like an array of emotions that come out of each moment, and you're just going to be like, it'll be like it'll be joyous, and then it'll be like, you motherfucker, like in terms of I can't believe this motherfucking shit's happening right now. And then there's like there's all different types of, actually 7 in total types of um emotions that go on that we have to be present to as we live our life. So it's super important that we do that. So let me just see where we left off. Where I am now, only the present exists for all eternity. And my love and care for you is also timeless and eternal. She fucking. Audrey, come. Thank you. She knows she's doing something wrong, but she's so fucking smart, dude. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you for coming, okay? Thank you. Just relax. Go relax right there. Go relax. Good girl. Go relax right there. Right there. Down there. Down there. Down. You see my? She's like, I just fucking want love. I know. I want love too. Okay. I'll love on you later. Right there. Go there. She's my little sea lion. You're my little sea lion. Okay. And so, okay. And so it says, and my love and care for you is almost timeless and eternal. And what I'm also getting here is literally that somebody is sending in love from the other side. That's basically what's happening. There's a love so gentle and so kind and so caring coming through for somebody. And, it might be like a heavenly love, um, where you literally ground and you fall in love in a good way, in a pleasurable way, and it's basically like for life, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of you may be worrying that, if you find your love, are they also going to stick around for, are you going to have one love in this lifetime, or are you going to have your heart broken? And I was listening to a song this morning that said something like, your love was so strong, it broke me, or something. Like, I forgot the lyrics to it, but basically it was, no. Oh my gosh, I'm going to squeeze the living shit out of this little doggy because she's so cute, dude. Why you so fucking cute, though? Why are you so cute? You crazy girl. Any, yo, I need an emotional support dog so hard. People don't even know, like, that was necessary. Okay. Um, and so, yeah, so that's basically also what's, and so in a way of whatever type of love is coming through, that is being sent to you from the other side for sure. I also feel like you have people, you have, family from the other side, dogs from the other side, everybody from the other side sending you this love to have in your present moment. And so I think also there could be a moment of where you really start crying tears of joy because of how fucking, just like, how fucking precious you feel into, your love being for, yourself, for another, for your dog. Like, I think that's like hitting you. So there's like hearts being cracked open a little bit because there is a love so strong that's coming in. And that, and I think that was maybe one of people's fears, is like, if you lose the love, like, it's not that you're actually losing it because it's eternal, but if you end up losing the material or the physical love, of which we were talking about before, material and physical, like, it could literally break you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, oh, that's what's coming through. Thank you. That's what it was. It was like a love so painful. And we're in Scorpio season where, like, it's gonna be a good type of, good, it's going to be such a good love, and that's what you want to manifest for yourself. But also, you're scared because you feel like, or you're releasing the scaredness, or it's something that you need to release, so that you can literally experience your love in the now, as which is the present moment, but also knowing that when the time is up, the pain is going to be a little less because of the fact that you were with it in the present moment the entire time. So, and that's like a huge spiritual understanding. I think that's why I'm also about being in the present moment, because I really love a life of ease. And all because I understand the power of how crazy, pain can fucking be when it comes down to, like, absolutely loving something with your whole heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, it's just, it comes down to, you just releasing that, that one of the consequences to having a really good and quality type of love is literally you losing it and you suffering some pain. So I'm going to compare it to, if you knew, no, yo, you're so curious. If you knew, no, no, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. How about no? How about no? And the whole thing is, I fucking laugh, like, because it's cute, but my whole thing is, like, it's so super annoying. At the same time that I laugh when I'm trying to fucking teach a dog. Teach. My grandma came up with that. She said, "Oh, so you're the dog's teacher?" And I said, "I guess I am." I'm gonna fucking squeeze the living daylights out of you. Anyhow, she's so, and I'm not going to actually do that, but she makes me want to. She makes me want to because there's just such a precious cuteness to it, and she's just gonna always be that. All right, anyhow. So, yeah, so it's just today's a day where you could really be releasing, where you could, no, man, where you, no, where you could be releasing. I first thought she was like, I'm going to fucking, I'm gonna I'm gonna squeeze a living daylights out of her. Anyhow, so what I wanted to say here was, you could really be releasing the aspect of realizing that one of the pains or one of the things that you were holding on to, you're releasing today to the God to be like, listen, I could really suffer a lot of pain with, having to experience such a beautiful type of love. But I think today you've come to the realization, with the support of either somebody else or whoever. I don't know. It could be anybody, right? Like it could be somebody else. It could be an entity. It could be like a family member. It could be a dog. Whatever. We don't know what it is. Only you do. But the energy that you're around, let's put it that way, is helping you to literally accept this for yourself, to be like, you know what, this might be the case, but I'm still willing to, like basically that's the consequences of being in love, but I'm still wanting to be in love. And so what I wanted to mention earlier was the aspect of, what people who have owned dogs and lost a dog, like they know the pain of that suffering. But you know that when you have a dog and you love it so much and that dog loves you so much, like if you lose that dog, it's like the love was still super, um meant to be, but also like like you would never take that love back that you experienced with them. You know what I'm saying? But I think, and obviously with the human love, it can go way deeper than that. Um, Even though a dog love is super deep as it is, but the whole thing is, it's like you literally, what the fuck was the title of the song? It was something like, it was like, your love is so painful, but I like, in a good way, your love like left me in pain, but it was good, or it was good for me, or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember what the title of the song was, but I was like, oh damn, this is a pretty good song. So um it was like a Balkan song, so I don't know how to, I would have to go back and like revisit it. But anyhow, the midway happy ways, I had to leave that way. So there is a detachment coming. There's a detachment happening here. And I also sense that there's like a reflection of somebody like having passed, or having left you, like in terms of, maybe there's also a discussion happening, which is interesting, in terms of like, why did you have to leave the way that you left? Or like, maybe somebody was just maybe a little bit unhappy with you, in terms of the way that you might have dealt with shit. But like at the same time, it's going to be discussion. And very interestingly enough, I feel like there's a guy on a ladder right up kind of in the clouds, and there's another person kind of like, I'm gonna say like putting their yay hands up in the air, like, but the sense that I'm getting is like, uh, they're waiting to be helped. So I feel as though there is a masculine really about to kind of help a feminine, literally get on his level with, just, I guess, like inviting her into his world. That could start off as a relationship. You could have been in a relationship before. Now trust has, like, ever so evolved, and so now it's, I think, and I definitely am getting a sense of like older man, younger female. um and and yeah, and and I feel like the man has already, holy shit, God forbid. I don't know. I thought of something just now and I'm like, yo, may that not be the case. But at the same time, yo, life is going to do what it fucking does. Like, you cannot control life. But what I'm sensing here is that there was a man that went first, and then also is literally bringing, so either this is spiritual or an actual reality of like death or whatever, but there's a man that went first, and then there's a female that also, this female could be dancing in his name. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. But also, I feel like the love that came into your life that I was talking about before is literally making this female that's maybe here on earth, but still up in the heavens, like her, what's it called? Her mind, like she might be an air sign, like her mind is in the heavens. So but she's like still down here, and I feel as though like she's doing a lot of dancing. So the love that came in is actually promoting a lot of dancing, which is promoting a lot of grief healing, healing from grief, or acceptance of grief. And again, so it's there's a love that's been added to the process, and this love is super high vibrational. It's very unique, it's very special. And there was like, I just feel like somebody in heaven had uplifted maybe a spiritual knowing, or like had, do I want to say uplift? Yeah, both uplifted and or uploaded some sort of spiritual understanding to a divine feminine that's down here. And so technically, like, he quote unquote brings her to the level of which he understood life while he was here, if that makes any sense. So I just think that there's just an acceptance of sorts going on, which I had to leave that way. Is just it's just an acceptance. Audrey, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Because if she ain't coming, she's doing something crazy. Hey! No. No. Bad girl. Oh, Luna's gonna fucking kill you, dude. Oh, Luna's gonna fucking kill you, but it's alright. Shit. That was my fault. I should put her in the crate, but but she's bored. She's like a little bored puppy, so what are you gonna do? Thank God it wasn't that expensive. So, long story short, now she's in the crate. So, do I talk about the We Are Connected? Okay, so let me just read We Are So Connected. It says, I've been able to review my life here in heaven, and I've seen how perfectly everything we do is woven together. That's kind of fucking cool. That's really kind of cool. I also see how like dreams are woven together, which is pretty awesome. Like downloads and dreams happening, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. There are no accidents or wrong turns. Everything makes sense now. Amen. That's truth. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty fucking awesome. That makes me so happy. I wanted to give you the exciting news that in my life review, I saw that you and I have a strong soul connection through many lifetimes. And I'm reading that as in like, so the word is weave, but I'm also sensing it as weave in terms of like we're weaving, right? Intertwining, lives and our lifestyle and our dreams. So it says we've been each other's teachers, sometimes in unpleasant ways, several times. In this lifetime, we are I was gonna read magic, but it says in this lifetime we are magnetically drawn together because we have mutual work to do for ourselves personally and for others. So I'm also gonna put I'm going to go back to magnetically, but I'm also going to say magically magnetic, right? There's something along that line, along those sorts, right? And now that I'm here, our connection remains strong. Just like, so there's somebody coming in, and I don't know who the fuck it is, but there's somebody coming in. So that's kind of wild. Um, and again, this card is for tomorrow, future, creativity, and children. So there is somebody coming in tomorrow, I feel. And it says, and now that I'm here, our connection remains strong. Just like when I was living in my body, our thoughts are in sync with one another. We often, that's so interesting. We often think of each other simultaneously. So think of me and know that I'm doing the same, always with love. This is so interesting because, wow. And then the next card is we are soulmates. Like, that's so fucking cool. So the word simultaneously is popping out. I'm also getting like, so anything that may have like fucked up, like a connection maybe in the past, like if things were a little rocky, it's all because you guys had to kind of acclimate. And also I'm gonna say that there was still love there even if shit was a little stormy, you know. And what's crazy is because, like, it's so everything is so simultaneous, which is synchronistic, which is wild to me, and I love it. Because of the fact that I'm just gonna say that the word that the bubbles were coming up a lot. Um and that is, I guess, a sign that things are so connected and strong, by the way. So you might even be reading into somebody's traits as in strong and connected, in terms of, connected to spirit, but also, and it could be like bubbly, and it could be, magic and magnetic and all that jazz. But simultaneously is coming out really like, and I'm telling you, what did we say before? Like, the pages was one right after another, which is also kind of simultaneous, right? Like, it was simultaneous that the pages came out together in, near the same pages, rather than so different. You know what I'm saying? So like, rather than so like on the opposite side of the spectrum, or opposite side of the book, that type of thing. So yeah, so I don't know, there's like a serious connection. And I feel like the first relationship that came out, and when I'm saying relationship, like I said, I mean anything by it, meaning like whatever relationship came in for you, whether it's like romantic love, or the type of soulmate dog love, or which definitely, like, whatever type of true love came in, is what I'm saying, could have really been filled with synchronicity and simultaneousness. I can't say it, whatever. Simultaneousness, yeah, okay. And so, long story short, it's like I just feel like that kind of brought on like way more the opposite love of that, of not which is opposite, but more so just different. Like, if you got a dog, you'll be receiving lover soon. If you have a lover, you might be receiving a dog, that type of opposite. Also, something here is, I had to leave that way, there's some sort of detachment from, like, I feel like because we are in Scorpio season, it is all about just surrendering, and just staying detached. And I feel like that's basically what it is. This reading might even be about somebody that you are living long distance from or staying detached from. And yet somehow you just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that comes up, and you have a conversation about, like, why did you leave that way, or how you're going to just stay detached, or things like that, whatever. Like the theme might be detachment, or to just stay detached for just happy purposes, which I understand. People are so like, Tina, that's wild, you're talking bullshit. And it's like, no, that I feel could really be the name of the game to success in any relationship, is to just literally stay detached and like know your role, which is, your role is to be you at all times. So like, if you're feeling like you don't want to be with somebody right now, you have to own up to that. Um so that you can feel a whole lot better. If you're and you can like love a whole lot better, because we don't realize there's so much going on at the same time, simultaneously, as we are living our lives, because it's not just us here, guys, by ourselves. Like, that's why the whole mediumship thing is, it's like there's energies coming at us like kind of left and right sometimes, and it's a little bit of a whirlwind. So sometimes we need our me time, and sometimes that's why you would have to leave that way, is you needed your me time, or you needed to be in a space, by the way, which is so crazy because that came up this morning. Maybe you needed to be in a space for the amount of time that it took for you to literally receive one of your dreams, of which is, let's say, a dog. Because let's say if you were in a physical space, and we're talking about a lot of physical spaces lately, right? Let's say you were in a physical space that like doesn't allow dogs, right? Like, but one of your dreams is you really wanted a dog, so you literally had to piece the fuck out. Or like, let's say you had to, let's say you wanted a relationship, but yet you don't like having a relationship, whatever, like, I guess, like, you don't like having a relationship like out loud, where like people know about the relationship, and like it's in like maybe a weird, like people might look at it in a weird fucking way, or maybe you might be looked at in a weird way in terms of reputation. So you're like, listen, I gotta peace out, because also at the same time, um, what's the word that I want to look like? It's maybe it was like uncomfortable. Like, you didn't want somebody to like you because the surroundings, the physical space wasn't like I guess like is the word coherent? Yeah, with like you and what to be true, right? So I just want to say that I think a lot of patients basically played out in this scenario, whatever type of scenario you guys are living through. But a lot of patience was required, and a lot of what is it? And it was necessary. That's what I'm hearing. It was like necessary for you guys to like maybe stay cleanly connected, and for you guys to like really see if things were going to stay connected. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like the proof is in the patience. Um, so yeah, so it's like, and the proof of like the love that maybe needs to be lived out is in the patience. Like, could that person have waited for you? Could that person have, whatever, just like accepted the fact that you needed time and space away from them, that type of thing, for you to then receive, a lot of your dreams, for them to come true, and then for you guys to like maybe come back together again. You know what I'm saying? So it's an ebb and it's a weave. I was gonna say ebb and flow, but really it is a weave type of ordeal, which came out in one of the cards that I just read, right? So yeah, and there's a yay factor. I feel like there's somebody putting their hands up in the air being like, yes, yay, like that's like I don't know. I think that somebody's really just, and they're wearing a yellow shirt, so it's kind of like, they're in the sun. You could be in the sun today. That could be like really, you could be reading about the sun god. You could be reading about just, feeling like, just, I don't know, back to self, rebalanced gentleness, feeling your health, on a really awesome level. Just feeling into like what it is that you need, gentleness in your own way that you need. Um, and I think that's about it. I'm just trying to think. Clouds are here. Clouds are spirit. All right, Spirit's saying I need to say something else, but I'm gonna have to see what it is. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm like seeing the phrase pure life. Oh my gosh, which is also dancing people on it, which is hilarious because there's a dance. Okay, so the love that came in really kind of put people in celebration mode, but also like it's allowing you to live your life in a pure type of way, like a pure joy type of way. um but hence all the yellows, right? Yellow stands for good health, joy. Also though, it's very interesting because what I'm sensing is that the there's a there's a like icon here on this water bottle that says recycle me. Okay, but that's like really big because I feel as though that has a lot to do with spirit, and that was coming through. So let me just see, like, how did that come through? That came through yesterday for me, and I was like wondering. Okay, recycling is usually kept clean, right? So there's the yin and yang. There's garbage, trash, which is dirty, right? And then there is a recycling, which is usually like, clean plastic, clean paper, that type of thing, right? So my whole thing is, I think what's coming through here is literally that in time there was a I don't know why I'm reading bottle. Hold on. Oh, maybe because it's like a baby. Maybe in time there was a baby that was recycled to you. In terms of, oh my god, that could, I'm really just trying to like remember how the fuck it came through. But I think it was okay. I think also recycling kind of leads to adoption. It's simultaneously like maybe like a synonym of adoption. Not really, but like more so if I'm using it out. So the whole thing is, I think that's how it came through in the past 2 days, where I was like, it's really interesting. I think just a recycling came through, which is how you ended up with this pure type of love. So it's kind of like, it's like fostering, it's like adoption, it's what is it called? It's I don't know. I feel like it could be like baby, like new beginnings, where it's like a baby came from nowhere, and just kind of landed in your world, and you're like, what the fuck? How did that all happen? But it was a cyclical, progressive process in terms of how that little baby or little puppy came into your life. You know what I'm saying? So there could be where, spirit is sending you this really kind of gentle energy. I'm also looking at the rose, which is kind of like delicate. It's a delicate energy of which you need to kind of be um, taken care of. I'm also seeing water, which is emotion. So yeah, there's just something emotionally going on in terms of you taking care of a product of the universe. Let's just put it that way, whether it be a dog or a human, that was made out of like pure joy, but maybe it like was like maybe it like lived through in terms of being given up for adoption or something along those lines, and then you kind of came across it and you were to, you kind of like picked it back up. It's like in a physical space, if it was trash or if it was, plastic, you would have picked it up and put it in the recycling bin. And like this whatever, this life, I'm going to say, whatever it is, was kind of left in the recycling bin for you to just receive, or placed in the recycling bin for you to receive. So it might be something cyclical where it's like, you know, another person's, you know, whatever, giving up is another man's treasure, that type of thing, you know. um so I think that's where the whole blessing comes out of. Maybe you're a person who really does believe in that, and you stick to that no matter what other people do or think or do not do, you know, that type of thing. But you stick to that, you believe in it, you know, you do your best to support it, and then all of a sudden through those blessings you kind of manifested like you know, a dream of yours, of which is a life, right? Not only your life, but a life to have in cahoots with your life, which could be a dog, right? Dog's best friend. um Dogs are a human's best friend, or you being its best friend, that type of thing. But like, it's one of those, it's, this is what I'm getting, diamond dog, because like, you know how diamonds are a girl's best friend. This dog that came in, oh my god, this is fucking nuts, because I've been fucking seeing diamonds too, and I'm like, what the fuck is this diamond about? But it's, wow, that's so nuts. So it's like diamonds are a girl's best friend, but also dogs are a human best friend, right? So it's kind of like you were able to receive a, a both in one, which is why I said a special, this is a special type of love, gentle type of love. You can't even thank you, spirit. I don't know how the fuck that came. Yo, that's so nuts, dude. Okay, I don't know how spirit does it, honestly. Talk about the magic. It's like pretty fucking crazy. Um yeah, and so I just feel like there's a lot of obstacles that have been lifted because of this beauty or beautification that has been brought into your life. Hence maybe the why I'm seeing the rose here. Rose stands for beauty, you know, and I think that's why it's really loved a lot. Um I'm also seeing a beautiful rainbow on my phone. So there's this beautiful healing that's coming through in all different ways, and you might be scared of it because you may not be used to it, and it might be a really powerful love, and you're like probably not even sure about like how the fuck you even went about manifesting it, but yet it like is there, it has happened, it's in your life, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's a lot for you to take in. So I'm getting that it's like otherworldly, or it's like wholesome, you know, which could be worldly, but also really well balanced. It's like earthly love and emotional love. It's really beautiful. It's such a blessing, such a blessing, not a blasphemy, blessing. But it could be really intense in terms of like blasphemy. Like you're just like, what the fuck? Like that's just, I don't know. It's like, it is intense. I mean, it might be intense love for sure. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you did, thanks also for liking, commenting, sharing, and yeah, and caring about these videos, as do I. It'll be up on YouTube in just a bit, and I appreciate you always joining me while I am literally recording these videos. So thanks a lot. I'm sorry I haven't been on for the last couple of days, but I have had my hands full for sure, in terms of how spirit wants me to have fun in this life. And so, yeah, so just sorry for not being on, but I really did have to take a lot of time off. I was going through a lot energetically. I think in preparation for the love, and then after the love came in, it was a lot. But ever so grateful. So anyhow, guys, have a great day. Stay blessed, and stay well expressed in terms of your gratitude. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.